Hello and thank you very much for joining us. Mikey and Shane from Balls.ie here today, bringing you another special Balls.ie prediction on Facebook Live. We'd like to do this ahead of major sporting events. I think you might have seen we're in association with Carry Out here tonight, and they're the guys who were behind our Six Nation predictions on John Loma Rugby, which everybody enjoyed. So we are back again because I think there's a big sporting event happening this weekend.
There's a big sporting event happening this weekend. Check out these guys' Facebook page for Big Night, Big Fight specials. And after you've done that and you've gotten your supplies for it, there is a thing happening. Yeah,
there is. Conor McGregor is going to fight Floyd Mayweather. However, whoever side you're on, it should be Conor because Floyd's a horrible person.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoever side you're on, whatever, you're probably going to end up watching it, or at least
this is the thing. Everybody does end up watching it. I've got no interest in MMA or boxing, but I've been at every one of these Conor McGregor fights. I've somehow managed to be in front of a TV every time it's happened.
It draws you in.
It does.
Tonight we're going to see if we can get an insight as to what's happening using the latest technology. Where's the case? The game gone? It's over there. Fight Night Round 4. Now, I don't know if any of you played this absolute gem of a game back in the day. 2009, it was when it was released. I was into it back then, but I haven't played it since. You haven't played it at all?
I've never played it. Well, I have played it. In preparation for this, I played it. So I did about half an hour's worth of homework. And I think that might be appropriate if we do get to play each other at some stage because, you know, here we have a man who's got some experience of the game.
But I haven't done it in a while.
And I've just come to it. So it's perfectly poised for...
parallel. But first, before we do that, we're going to take complete impartiality and allow the computer to simulate Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor to see what we have. Now, incredibly, Fight Night Round 4, when it was released in 2009, it had a download boxer feature where you could make a custom boxer, upload them, and if people liked it. So as a result, basically the fighters that weren't in the game, user created, downloaded in their thousands. People are still creating
as recently as last week.
This game.
Last week somebody made this.
Conor McGregor. What you're looking at on screen right here, Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. Neither of these guys were in the original game. Obviously Conor McGregor wasn't because we looked it up. When this game was released, Conor McGregor had not yet fought. He had a couple of professional fights. He hadn't yet lost to Joseph Duffy.
What was Floyd Mayweather at?
He was undisputed pound for pound best boxer in the world at his peak.
Possibly why he looks better in the game. People have have more time to think about
there's another disclaimer we're going to have to do. Conor McGregor looks terrible.
He does. He looks atrocious.
But the point of it is we've got two men. Also, there's going to be boxing fans out there who are looking at Conor McGregor as a 93 overall in a boxing game, being like, hold on.
A 20-year-old Conor McGregor.
So yeah, it's obviously it's not perfect, but it's pretty funny. Yeah. And we're going to see what this serves up.
Let's look into our Fight Night Round 4 crystal ball.
First of all, we've got to pick the venue. Now, the only venues, I mean, we have some, this is the only Las Vegas venue in the game. We've got the MGM Grand. So I think we're going to go there. But our other options could do NY, could do Windy City Boxing Club, or the Aragon Ballroom.
Ballroom, an unusual place.
I'd like to see them fight at Carisi's.
I'd like to think that they have fought at Carisi's.
Yeah, it's like one of the failed backdrops from an episode of The Sopranos. And then you've also got some gym in Vancouver. Yeah. But we are going to give this spectacle
the gravitas it deserves.
So we are going to, if I can find it, put it in the MGM Grand.
Let's get in there.
We're going to do 3 rounds, 3 minutes, because we don't want to be here for 45 minutes analysing a virtual boxing game. But let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I mean, are you excited? You said you're not a huge MMA or boxing fan, but still,
I'm a fan of a spectacle, and this is the spectacle. Like I say, I find myself in front of the screen for Conor McGregor fights, and here I am.
Well,
even though it's a virtual thing.
I'd be a Conor McGregor fan. I was when he first came into the UFC. Then I got the chance to interview him. And
really? Did you? I didn't know that. How did that go?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
He was actually so sound, and it was brilliant. So since then, I was already a McGregor fan. Brilliant. Since then, I was like, this guy is amazing. Then, I'm a UFC fan, so I'm an MMA fan, so I wanted to see him, not do this sort of stuff and fight. But now I am completely drawn in, and as long as he returns and fights the fights that he has left in the UFC after, I'm absolutely delighted to see this. As you can see, both men in their prime at 20 years of age. Conor McGregor's bigger; he's got more attributes than Floyd. This is Floyd. See, Floyd is created perfectly in this game. Whoever did Floyd done an absolutely bang-up job.
The music is the main thing, I think. You pointed out before we
we saw this in a free one. Whoever made Floyd Mayweather put Aloe Black's "I Need $1" as the intro music.
I think he should consider. That would be a fantastic introduction for Mayweather.
I mean, it would undo most of the press conference world tour where they literally threw money at each other, but you know, in the interest of comedy, Floyd, I think it's something you should consider.
Which should be the priority.
So here we go. You can see him making his way to the ring now.
And here we go.
And then here comes
man.
Conor. Wait, look at how bad he looks.
He looks bad, but he's got the persona, he's got the swagger, he's got the lasers, the smoke.
This is it. The pageantry that he's bringing to the occasion is on point. It just looks like, maybe it looks like Conor McGregor if he'd been beaten badly by a group of men and left to rock
he looks like he's been thrashed badly before the game,
but yeah, these are the faults of game face. In 2009, it was a very, very new... and then that point goes out of the window and you see how good Floyd Mayweather looks.
Yeah. That's just, it's a case of this man that made Conor McGregor last week not putting in an awful lot of effort into it. Going to the trouble to go back into a game that's
fair play to him. Whoever it is out there in the digital universe who's creating these fighters for people, and bewildered Conor McGregor there before this fight starts. You can see John Kavanagh poorly recreated as well in Conor's corner. God, John Kavanagh is looking worse for wear there.
He does. He looks sick.
I think Floyd's coaching team actually looks more like Conor's coaching team than Conor in this game. I'm liking the cap, the kind of Peaky Blinders nod. But here we go.
We're cracking into it.
This is our first look. First of all, I'm going to say Conor's shorts. I'm loving Conor's shorts.
It's strange to see, like already, even in a virtual game, it's strange to see him box.
Yeah.
It just looks unusual.
Unbelievable! But there you go, it's those 8-ounce gloves. Wow, Conor's been rocked as well there. So now Floyd is actually in big trouble here, I think. The two of them are. I think they've both been rocked inside the first minute. If this is how it goes on Saturday night, there's going to be a lot of people energized at 5 o'clock in the morning.
How do you think it's going to go?
Oh, well, that's the big question. You see, in my head, as somebody who looks at this impartially and for the facts, Floyd outboxes him, toys with him for 12 rounds. If he decides to knock him out late, maybe he can, and then he gets the point on decision. However, I don't want to say that because Conor McGregor is Conor McGregor. And I don't see him going out and just boxing normally with him for 12 rounds. He's got something planned. He looks like he put a beating on Paulie Malignaggi because Paulie is absolutely rattled in the media, popping up with bruises all over his face. So he can definitely box. It's just...
You think he's going to mess with him?
Conor's either going to knock him out inside a couple of minutes, or Floyd Mayweather is going to make this entire thing that it shouldn't have happened, should never have happened, and will win.
And he just basically decides when it's over.
I'm noticing now in our fight here, in our simulation, things have slowed down greatly from the first minute. This is something I am legitimately concerned about happening on Saturday night. Oh, a couple of shots there from McGregor, who just, again, I can't stress how little he looks like Conor McGregor in this fight. But once again, we didn't create these fighters, the online community of Fight Night Round 4, which we're very grateful for.
And again, the more he gets pummeled, the more he looks like a pummeled Conor McGregor. So true. The longer this goes on, the more accurate it becomes.
So the two fighters here are starting to lose the MGM Grand audience. Action. There we go, some nice shots from Conor coming in. But yeah, so to get back to where I was saying, I'm on Team McGregor, and I hope Conor McGregor wins this. But like, it's like R. Kelly said it best. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. This
is the thing. I think if you don't back McGregor and McGregor wins, I think you're going to feel foolish.
And I'm not going to let that happen. As a Conor McGregor fan, I'm not going to go out and think. But like, it's just logic just tells you it shouldn't happen. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I think that's the whole fun of it, though, isn't it?
It absolutely.
I mean, that's why we're here in front of a simulation.
Like, because if it was as cut and dry as, you know, your Bob Arums will have you think, and all these guys, there'd be no point in watching the fight. But then again, here we are previewing it on Fight Night Round 4, such is our anticipation of this fight. So it should be good. That's the left hook.
He's getting some good
blows.
That's
the left that Conor wants to land. But Floyd's taking it at the minute.
To picture the men, and like I say, I don't know an awful lot about boxing, I would have put Floyd Mayweather as a taller character. Are these accurate depictions of their height?
No, Conor's the taller guy. Yeah. This is his whole thing, is that he's just too small. That Floyd Mayweather is an amazing technical boxer. And that's the end of round 1, by the way. So we'll take a break. We'll get some water on board there.
Round 1.
But to go back to your point there, Conor, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's got the height, he's got the size, and that's why he's so confident.
Here's the hot ring girl coming in.
As you can see, yeah, it's fantastic there. And here's an absolutely battered and bruised and poorly shaven Conor McGregor in his corner. You can see he's dealt the more damage to Floyd based on this weird percentage
we can
thing.
actually see what the we've got.
So Floyd is at 80%, while Conor is at 90%. There you go.
So on points so far, how do points work?
Points in boxing? Well, there's a lot of factors that come into it. Obviously, you're looking for clean shots landed. You're looking for, like, Conor McGregor would have rocked him there. I'd say on this, from what we've seen there, a bit of taunt in there from Floyd. Let's see, we have to cut that out. Oh, he's now asking McGregor to land left. Again, if he adopts this strategy on Saturday night, it's going to be a risky one for him. But I'd say on that first round, what we saw, it would have been a very even round. Maybe Conor McGregor just edging it, but there's no big disparity in the scorecard from that.
He does seem to be slightly. He seems to be slightly edging. He seems to be the one taking the fight to Mayweather.
This virtual, uncontrolled Conor McGregor. He's doing a good job of pushing the pace and bringing the fight to Floyd. They're two cliches.
Another cliche. He's got moxie.
Absolutely. I don't know if we've heard that outside of the New York area since 1975, but you know it is.
A great boxing scene. I won't hear it not.
Yeah. Okay, now they're starting to come out with some bigger blows. This one's going to get a decision realistically from what we're seeing, unless McGregor can land a combo or something, or Floyd maybe can flip the script on this one, take it to the body. But so far, again, for anybody tuning in late, we are on Facebook Live doing this, as well as you could see it on YouTube after. We've simulated Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor based on community-created characters that were then downloaded into the game on Fight Night Round 4. So this is a nearly 10-year-old game.
But still one with a very active community.
That brings up a point that I wanted to make when we were coming into this thing. EA Sports, release a boxing game. Like, Fight Night Champion was the last one, and everybody loved that game. The story mode was amazing. You started in jail, and you had to fight your way out of jail, and then you got your chance, and then you went to the top. Fight Night Champion was unbelievable, and then, like the rugby games, we're not making enough money, we're just going to kill it.
Rocky level stuff.
Come on.
Actually, that would be fantastic, actually, to see that crossover in other games where you play a rugby game where you begin in jail and have to work your way all the way to the top.
Like FIFA, the journey, where you've drunk drove and hit someone with your car, and then you need to rebuild your career. I can see why EA Sports may be reluctant, actually.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they did it for this game.
I can't remember what his name was. Andre something. Get in the comments if you know the name of the boxer from Fight Night Champion. But this is my big thing. It's like they just abandoned the boxing genre, and there's a lot of boxing fans out there that are really upset that there isn't a boxing game, rightly so, because they were amazing, and they seem to have replaced it with the MMA game.
Okay, yeah.
And the MMA game is fun, but it's as a reflection of how an MMA fight goes down. It's not really there. It just turns into Fight Night with MMA characters and kicks.
Yeah.
So definitely EA Sports need to. Oh, Conor's rocked. Floyd's rocked him. But see, this is the problem with us not controlling it. The computer just rocks someone and then takes it easy. Whereas Floyd could have moved in for the kill there, but Floyd's landing now. This is what a lot of people think. Obviously, they don't think it's going to be a 3-round fight with using poorly created characters from 2009. But a lot of people think if McGregor is going to have a chance, he has to get it done early. The longer it goes on, easier it's going to be Floyd to come back into it. So we're already seeing that play out in this admittedly hilarious looking simulation.
So far an accurate simulation though, you could say.
And there's now the end of round 2, we're going into round 3 here. You can see that McGregor's actually his stamina has come down to 63%, while Mayweather has come to 77%. So there's data, there's statistics. This is just, it's just foolproof. So based on this round, we think that Mayweather's probably done better this time. Yeah, give McGregor the first, we'll give Floyd the second. All to play for here. All to play for round 3. This is the final round. Conor comes out aiming straight for the body that Floyd was blocking. It's a questionable decision. I'm just looking at the models of the characters in the crowd. They're pretty hilarious. Part of the atmosphere on Saturday, part of the coverage is going to be celebrity spotting in the front row. Yeah, well, let's see if we can spot any celebrities in there. That looked a bit like Natalie Portman there. If it swings back around to the right, I almost saw Natalie Portman. These blurry faces are making everybody appear like Steve Buscemi's. Yeah, Steve Buscemi and his entire family and friends are in the front 2 rows of this simulation. Congratulations. Not getting a lot of action here in the third with it all to play for. There's a good shot by Floyd. Come on, lads, give us something to work with. Yeah, we want to see something. We want to see somebody get knocked down. When I played, I got knocked down every 2 minutes. Yeah. And I'm hoping to bring the heat as well when we do. We're gonna have a go ourselves after this to get into action, because it'd be rude not to. We've got Fight Night round 4 here. Although less accurate, I expect it will be more fun. Yeah, that's it. This is the one we're doing for scientific accuracy. Then we'll do another one for shits and giggles. But at the minute, yeah, they're both very pensive. This is the third round of 3 minutes that we're going to be doing. I think both of them think, if I just wait it out, I've got it. Oh, yeah, that's definitely what we've seen from Floyd in this round. But Conor is just, He's aiming his. It's very easy to read where the opponent is blocking in this game, and Conor's aiming his shots for the areas that are being blocked, which is, you know, it's not a great technique.
It's a wild strategy.
If you want to win a fight.
If he takes that crazy strategy on Saturday night.
We're seeing, but again, Floyd's defensiveness, you know, he doesn't get hit. So that's realistic.
Is what we're seeing here a typical tactic of the man?
Of Floyd? Well, I think the one that everybody goes back to is the Ricky Hatton fight, because there's a lot of similarities in terms of coming into it, people being like, Hatton's going to cause him real problems. I stayed up to watch that fight with my friends. I remember back in fifth year, I think I was in back when that was. This was short, not too long before this game actually came out, and Hatton couldn't get a look in because Floyd was too clever, too quick, too smart for him. Boxing IQ was just too high, and if Ricky Hatton, and that's why you see Ricky Hatton's taken a similar approach to me in the run up to this fight. Ricky Hatton's come out and said, "I love Conor McGregor. I'd love to see him win, but Jesus." Like, it's not even going to be a contest. I'm going to give Conor a little more chance than Ricky Hatton has, but not that much. As you can see, we're entering the final 30 seconds of our final round here.
We're nearly there. Call it. In case nothing happens here, who's going to get it?
I think they're going to give it to Floyd. I think they're going to give it to Floyd just because, I don't know, it's a boxing game.
Well, good for the Buscemi's. I imagine they're
the Buscemi's will be delighted in the crowd. And I'm gutted we haven't come around back to see Natalie Portman, because I swear I saw her there in the crowd. Oh, here she is. No, that's not her. There, in the yellow on the right there, just behind Conor McGregor. Natalie Portman in the front row there. I think that's a phenomenal shout by me, actually, to spot her. But that's going to do it. We're not going to get a knockout. So if you were looking for some betting advice based on Fight Night Round 4 simulation, it's going to go the distance. We're about to find out who's going to win. Now let's see.
It's the moment of truth.
Conor just looks so poor. Who's been given the win? And it's Floyd.
Yeah.
The delayed reaction here. Floyd has won this one on points. Is that how it's going to go? Let us know your fight prediction in the comments. Be sure to get them in. Do you think Conor can somehow do it? If so, how? We'd love to hear it. Do you think this is what's going to happen?
There's certainly a case to be made for that man not being Conor McGregor.
And here are the judges. You can see all three judges gave all 3 rounds to Floyd. I thought maybe Conor, he landed a couple of big shots. This has actually turned out into pretty funny simulation, because the general consensus is if Conor McGregor has a chance, he has to come out early. Conor McGregor in this Fight Night Round 4, ridiculous to say, simulation, McGregor came out early, landed a couple of big shots. He did. But then Floyd just got comfortable, started blocking, and McGregor started punching his blocks, and he was able to take the fight and win it from there.
You've seen it here first.
That's the end of our simulation. We're now going to hop in and we're going to have a bit of fun. Who would you rather be? First, look at this is another reason why EA Sports need to release a boxing game. Look at the data they give you here. You can see that McGregor landed 85% of his left hooks. Now, if he does that on Saturday, he's going to be very confident of getting the win. You can see the right hook lands 11%. So this is unusually accurate for 2 fighters that weren't originally in Fight Night Round 4 that have been created and downloaded. So fair play to whoever made Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. These guys, if you still have Fight Night Round 4, they're up there. You can do it. You can do your own simulation at home.
Yeah, what a community! What a good community.
See, that's what you miss now. That's what you miss when you scrap a game like Fight Night. So we're going to do it again.
Okay,
I'm going to run it back.
I think
because this is another thing that a lot of people think is going to happen. It's going to go the distance. Someone's not going to be happy with the result, and then we're going to run it back. So I'm in player 1. You should be in player 2 there. I'm on Floyd.
I'm on McGregor. I think this is the way to do it because you have the pedigree, and
I genuinely haven't touched this game in 10 years, and I can't even remember what the buttons are. But I still think I should be okay.
You should be okay. I have played this game for half an hour. I actually spent more time researching strategies.
Here are the buttons. Here's everything.
I spent more time researching strategies than buttons.
I'm a purist, so I use full spectrum punch control.
That's how I learned to do it. So
full spectrum punch control. Like again, this was up there with Tiger Woods games getting the analog swing in terms of revolution in gaming. When Fight Night introduced, I think it was Fight Night Round 3, maybe even Round 2, introduced the full punch control, which in reality you can only throw 6 punches, but it just feels so much better when you're controlling it with.
Get ready for some button bashing.
So there you go. Simulation Round 1, computer versus computers in the books for Floyd Mayweather. A comfortable win on points. This is simulation number 2. The 2 of us getting after it. 2
humans.
I will be controlling Floyd. Shane will be controlling the very green Conor McGregor. So let's get okay. So straight away, left trigger is plant, right trigger is block. All right, and I'm back where I belong.
Okay, I'm gonna take your advice and go all in. Actually, I'm gonna take nobody's advice and
just
stop giving my strategy away.
Come in with crazy fist.
Okay.
Also, I love that whoever made Conor McGregor in this game made his nickname Irish.
Oh, that's the best thing about it.
And so yeah, straight away, I think you've greatly overestimated.
Was that a cat sound effect?
I think there are cats in the audience. I've also, blocking is an issue here.
The sound effects in this are fantastic. That's another thing worth noting. When you get a punch, you
I think
feel...
he landed a big one on me there. Let's go, helpful leather. I'm trying to work that.
Trying to tease me in.
Yeah.
I'm not
bobbing and weaving.
Keep moving, keep moving.
All right, come on, Floyd. That's the only time I'll ever say that.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Yeah, I think my stamina's in the toilet.
That's one thing you really need to watch out for. I think Floyd's stamina is poor in this game.
Come on, get over it. Oh, now Floyd starting to land a bit more. Again, I have to watch that stamina. I didn't realize how terrible it was.
The straight left hand scores well for him.
Get him.
Come on,
oh
Irish.
Yeah.
You got the moxie to finish it off.
No, I see.
That referee, is that typical for the referee to wear the flag of the country of one of the players?
Ooh,
that's
I think
contentious.
so, because he would have been put in from the commission and obtained his license in America to obviously to officiate boxing.
Which gives him the right to support you in this game.
There you go. The refs. That's one of the accusations you can be absolutely sure you'll hear. Unless it's...
Oh, yes.
Now, this is what we need to be doing. Less of that blocking nonsense.
Now, here we go. You didn't see this in simulator game, and you probably won't see this in real life.
Some bodies hit the floor. Neither man have enough stamina at this moment in the fight.
Tit for tat.
Oh, Floyd's dead! Floyd is dead.
And here we get these sound effects.
These replays are unbelievable.
Oh.
Any Conor McGregor fans out there that want to clip that and promote it,
that was a jaw cruncher.
That's what every Conor McGregor fan wants to see.
Here we go. Can you get back up?
I can. It's very easy.
Oh.
There we go. We're back up. Free game for Floyd. Okay, yeah. So blocking out the window.
Yeah,
Floyd's coming back.
This
Floyd's
is the kind of fight
back.
that I want to see.
All right. Now we've got a bit of action in the first round here.
Stamina.
He's not just loading up. He's landing combinations.
Floyd looks rattled.
Right there.
Look rattled. There we go.
Okay. Oh, fantastic!
Floyd has been thrown across the ring here. Oh.
I love these sound effects.
This is so good, and it was ahead of its time.
I really, you know what? I wish they would just mic these men up.
1, 2.
Oh! This is actually tougher. This is actually tougher than I remember. Get up, Floyd.
Come on!
No! He's done!
Yes!
Floyd is done in one!
McGregor.
Floyd is done in one! Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I think you surprised yourself.
I surprised myself.
Half an
hour of practice, 15 minutes learning the buttons, 15 minutes of researching the
strategy. Look at these things! Floyd Mayweather being helped out of the ring here.
Probably a more accurate prediction as well, as we said beforehand.
A victorious Conor McGregor. What I think is going to be really interesting is if Conor does win, how he treats Floyd after the fight, because he always comes out tries to be very respectful to opponents after, bringing them to the point of pure hatred and then embarrassing them, as he did with Aldo and Alvarez and Poirier a million times in the UFC. As you can see, the judges' scorecard not even needed this time.
Relevant.
Because Shane has handed me a whooping.
That's what it was.
With Floyd Mayweather.
That was a can of whoop ass. I opened it.
Now you've had two different outcomes. The only other outcome is a Floyd knockout, Conor win on points, or a draw, which would be, an absolute sham.
I think this for this prediction, you need to go by whether you trust the machine or the man more.
There it is. There it is. So we have one, and now another look at the stats here. You can see, again, McGregor managing to land 42 left hooks.
They're good stats.
On Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say if Conor McGregor can land 42 left hooks in the first round, I think he's going to win.
We've just seen it happen.
I think he's going to win.
We've just seen it happen.
I think he can do it. As you can see, my accuracy with Floyd was embarrassing, really. 38% as opposed to Conor's 55. 2 knockdowns for McGregor. He gets the win. So simulation 1 with the computer. Floyd on points. Comfortable, easy. How the boxing world thinks this is going to go, and how most people who, look at this situation factually based. However, simulation number 2, Conor McGregor, first round knockout, which is what he's predicted since the switch to the 8-pound gloves. It's what a lot of Conor's fans are predicting. It's what Brendan Schaub, bless his little heart, has been predicting in the face of the boxing media. So all that's left to do is to see what actually happens on the night. As we said, this was brought to you in association with Carry Out Off License. Go over to their Facebook page and have a look at their big fight specials ahead of Saturday night. They're doing lots of great deals if you are staying in or if you are coming back after going out.
That's what you're going to be
Saturday
doing.
night, which is a lot of us are going to be doing. It should be great crack. Thank you very much for joining us for this slightly farcical simulation. I can just say, I reckon, like this was a fiver in CEX.
Get it, you know.
Get it.
Yeah.
If you're hosting a load of, if you're having all the lads over on the night out,
definitely,
and
absolutely.
you've got an Xbox 360,
afterwards, get your bag of cans, get your Fight Night Round 4.
Download the fighters, get involved.
This is where the fun's going to be.
This isn't a paid promotion for Fight Night Round 4.
I mean, like if you're out there at Fight Night Round 4, you know, we'll take your money. But this was a
huge thank you to Carry Out. Huge thank you to you for watching. Hopefully the fight is as entertaining as the second fight and not the first fight on Saturday night. Hopefully the result's the same as well. I'm not going to say that. I'm biased for Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining. We will catch you for the next one.